trying to get back on track. So I'm set up and ready to shoot a little video for you today from my new house. Okay, not sure what the lighting's gonna be like in here. Kind of playing around with my ring light. A little weird looking, I think, with the light coming in from outside. Not sure which is gonna look good. Not that way. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I have taken off this week of work and I'm trying to regroup and recenter and get my health journey back on track. That's been my week this week. I've had off, it's been a nice time to reflect. And so I'm starting off with a little breakfast this morning, some eggs, a couple eggs scrambled with some Laughing Cow cheese wedge. So I'm going to eat this and then I'm gonna talk a little bit to you. Well, it has been just a minute or so since I have filmed one of these weekly reflections. In fact, I looked at my last one. It was June 4th, I think it was, that I uploaded and published my last Healthy Journey reflection. And I was right in the midst of starting summer school and getting ready for our move into our new house, packing. And I really had great intentions for June to continue filming, weighing in every week. And then my hope was that I got to July and I had met another goal and I was chugging along. That was my plan, but that didn't happen. So now it is July, I think 14th today. Let's see, what is the date today? Yeah, July 14th. And this is the first time I've picked up my camera and videotaped myself this week. So I've been working on this week. In the past 6 weeks, basically, I really stopped tracking. I stopped giving any time and energy at all to my food choices, my drinking choices. I just really kind of put it all aside. And I didn't mean to do that, but it happened. And as a result, I gained weight. I think you saw that starting to happen back on June 5th or 4th when I shot. I had been up some pounds then for those 2 weeks. Anyway, so this week I took a vacation from work. So summer school is over. We are moved. We're finally settled into our new house. And I've really been trying to regroup and recommit to my healthy life journey. So that's what I've been working on this past week, and I've been filming some clips this week of what I'm eating and tracking and logging, and I'm going to insert those in here. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about my weigh-in today. So I weighed in this morning on the scale at 238 pounds, which means I'm down 28 pounds from where I started back in November on Weight Watchers, which I'm glad, but I was down on May 28th. Yeah, May 28th, I was down to 38 pounds of lost, which tells you in 6 weeks, since May 28th, I've gradually climbed back up 10 pounds, which I can do that so easily. So, time to harness and rein this in before it's another 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and I'm over where I was back in November. James and I have been talking about this for the last few weeks. In fact, we got to the end of June and I knew it was happening. I was feeling horrible about my eating, and it wasn't until the end of June that I even started really feeling like I could plan meals and cook, and we got into the end of summer school was really stressful and time consuming, which I didn't think it was going to be, but it really threw me with, and plus the move on top of it. Like, I was done. I just had no energy to do anything other than pack, move, work at school. So finished with that now, but we started a conversation, James and I did, because he was feeling rotten too, and he's put on some pounds too, and because that's what we do. We like to eat together, drink together, and and we're both exhausted from everything we've been doing with work and moving. We talked and decided that as soon as we got settled, he and I were going to we were going to commit to a solid 30 days of trying out Kayla's weight loss program, Optavia. And the reason that we wanted to give this a shot was, number one, I just want to rein myself back in, because when I look at the Optavia program, it's basically you're eating 6 times a day, but they're small meals, but they're packed with protein and some healthy fat, and they're lower carbs. And I know for me, that's what I need to get out of my body, is all the sugar and starches that I've been eating, because that causes inflammation and makes me feel like crap. And James really is the same way. We did keto a few 3 or 4 years ago when it first just started, and we did it really well, and we both felt great on it. The problem with keto was it was really hard to sustain, because it took a lot of meal prep and work. It just took a lot, and we had to cut out significant things that we were used to eating, and we didn't want to do that forever, but we were trying to. But this Optavia program, from what I can see, it's giving you food that you don't have to think about. You just eat it every couple hours, and it has great macros in it. And then you once a day you cook, and it's called a lean and green. And basically you're lean protein and some vegetables, which, that's super healthy. So it's restricting your calories though. So you're getting anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, which is not a lot, but if you want to drop weight, you got to restrict your calories. But it's forcing you a little bit by following this program to rein in some of the stuff that, like with Weight Watchers, I know how to manipulate and save points so that I can have 12 ounces of wine every night. Well, shit, that's not healthy, but I know how to play the game so that I can do that. Now, I don't lose weight when I do that, and I start gaining weight, because then, I'm like, oh, well, let's have some chips with that wine, and let's have, and then I go over my points. And so I decided, I'm going to, James and I decided we're both going to commit to 30 days of Optavia with no alcohol, because Optavia doesn't want you to drink any liquor and wants you to drink lots of water. And actually, it's going to be really good for us. So James and I are committing to do it for 30 days, alcohol-free. Not forever, but for 30 days. So we've ordered our food from them, because you order all these things called fuelings, which are basically the 100 and some calorie snacks that you eat throughout the day. They call them fuelings. And then, for dinner each night, you keep it pretty simple: grilled chicken or steak or hamburger or turkey or whatever, and then some vegetables, green beans or a salad. Probably for James, it's gonna be green beans every night, because he's not much into any kind of vegetable. He likes cabbage, so I'm gonna do some cabbage, and he likes Brussels sprouts. But as far as lettuce and things like that, he hates it, so he won't do that, but I will. But as the order's not here yet. So we placed an order with Kayla. That's one of our daughters, who has been on Optavia since, I don't remember when she started it, but she's dropped 40 pounds. And she's now following it all the time and feeling great on it. So we went ahead and placed an order with her, and it takes a few weeks for the food to get here. So we placed our order, I think July 5th, because we were waiting until we were truly settled in our house to undertake this. And so now we're waiting because it's a couple weeks out. Just like shipping on everything is slow, getting this food. So I didn't want to just throw in the towel totally, because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to gain more than 10 pounds if I don't rein this back in. So I started this week trying to mimic a little bit of what I think it will be like, setting some timers to eat every few hours. And I haven't cut out alcohol yet. I will do that as soon as our real food from Optavia gets here. And James will too, because he's not doing Weight Watchers, and he's not going to start anything until this food comes, because it'll be easy to grab and go, these types of things. So I will be showing you those types of things when I actually get them. I think it's still going to be another week probably before those things are here. So this week, this is where I'll put in the things I've been trying. Okay, this is what I'm considering my first fueling of the day. It is the salted caramel collagen powder in my coffee, and the Perfect Keto brand for one serving, 70 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 9 protein. So that's what I'm trying today. Number 1. For my second fueling today, I am going to scramble up a couple eggs and with some salt and pepper, and top it with that Laughing Cow spicy cheese. These are my finished eggs with that Laughing Cow spicy cheese melted into it. Really delicious, really good. Okay, this is my third fueling today. The Weight Watchers green plan, this is 5 Weight Watchers points. This is going to be my 4th fueling today, and it's 2 Weight Watchers points on green. So those morning fuelings, this is how they counted in Weight Watchers. So those look really good points-wise for breakfast and then lunch total. Where I'm getting myself in trouble is not necessarily dinner, but the snacks. So what I had for dinner last night, you can see I had about 13-point dinner with what I made. But then I went off the rails for snack. 17 points, popcorn and Chardonnay. That's gonna stop. My first fueling today is gonna be half of this Quest bar. It's really good. So I'll use it half for one of my fuelings and then half for another. When I scan this into Weight Watchers for Weight Watchers Green, the total bar is 6 points. Okay, so I'm out running some errands, and this is why I'm so excited to get my Optavia fuelings in the mail, because I do a lot of running around, and so, you know, it's hard to pack snacks for the cars and things like that when you're out doing chores or at work or something. So anyway, I'm trying to get used to eating every couple hours with something that's has great macros as far as, you know, fat and protein and low carbs. So I brought these Quest chips, these high protein chips, along with me, and I just had them for what you would call a fueling for the second time today. And I think I need to double check the Weight Watchers points, but I think one bag of these is 5 Weight Watchers points, so I'll double check that. And this would be similar to the macros in the Optavia things I'm going to get. This actually has 140 calories, and so I think all of theirs are around 110. But the fat on here is 5 grams of fat, 5 carbs, but of those total carbs, 1 is fiber, and then the protein, this is packed full of protein, 19 grams of protein for this bag of chips. So anyway, little fueling snack kind of thing. So
I'm trying to eat every 2.5 hours to try to get used to what I'm gonna do when my Optavia food gets here. And then so just trying to get myself in the habit of eating every couple of hours, something small but with protein to keep myself going energy wise. So I'm just trying to give it a shot. I don't want to blow everything out of the water while I wait for all my Optavia foods fuelings to get here. So I'm trying to track all of this in Weight Watchers too, because for the long haul, Weight Watchers is a really good program for me. So I'm going to continue to do it, but try to modify it a little bit. So I'm working on just a few changes. Okay, I'm back from my errands. So I went by the nursery and got a bunch of plants for the outside deck. So I'm ready to pot those up. But it's beautiful outside, but it's hot when you got a wig on. So I had to rip that sucker off when I got home. But I'm glad I set my alarms, because now it's 2 o'clock and it's time for me to eat a little something again. So I'm gonna have the other half of that Quest bar. By the way, those Quest protein chips, they were really delicious. When I did track them in Weight Watchers, they're 3 points on the green plan. So I'm still tracking on my Weight Watchers points, because I want to see how this works as far as how many calories I'm getting in when I actually do the Optavia. And I think it's going to help me kind of see how many calories and points I need to lose weight versus maintaining on Weight Watchers. Anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I am going to eat my third little fueling here of the day, and then I think I'm gonna start on my plants. So I'm excited to do that. It's been quite a minute since I got my fingernails all grungy looking with potting outdoor plants. So I did some geraniums, because I know those are a great standby that will work well for me. Of course, some petunias. So I think that planter looks pretty great. Then I did this planter right here. I'm not sure the name of this one. I've not planted it before, but it came on a cute little trellis, so I'm gonna try it. And then of course got a little petunias here, and then something else there. I'm gonna go through my plant app and identify all these things from what I got. So super excited to be doing some outdoor plants again. It has been just a minute since I have done outdoor things. So excited. Okay, it's 4 o'clock, and so I'm gonna do my fourth fueling. And this is what's weird to me, because I'm getting ready to fix dinner too, but I'm gonna go ahead and have my Premier Protein shake. It's 2 points on Weight Watchers. And then I'm still getting ready for dinner. I'm gonna do my Skinny Taste meatloaf tonight. And this is a great meatloaf recipe, and it has ground turkey and lean ground beef in it, a mixture together. I've made this before. I've even done a recipe tonight, and we've got some leftover mashed potatoes in the fridge from the weekend that we're gonna use up, and some sweet Hawaiian rolls. So I'm not doing low carb by any means for dinner tonight, but we are gonna have a healthy dinner at home, and I'm gonna do some peas with it too. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my next fueling of the day. This is the fourth one for today, and there's supposed to be one more typically after dinner. Don't know if I'll do that or not tonight. So you can tell I'm still going to track Weight Watchers. I know Weight Watchers is an amazing program that has helped me all my life. I'm going to continue to do it. And you know, I know it's not reasonable that I'm going to buy Optavia
fuelings and foods for all my life. I may just do this in the short term, but I still have to eat the rest of my life. So I am going to still track with Weight Watchers and follow the green plan. Other than I'm going to be probably not having many carbohydrates at all. I mean, some. It's not like keto that you don't have any hardly, but it is lower carb. But that's a good thing too. And I think Weight Watchers recognizes that when you track food into it. I'm still going to continue on the green plan with Weight Watchers. I probably could go down to the purple or blue plan pretty easily because I think most of the things I'm going to be eating are the lean proteins that I think are free on some of those plans. But I'm just going to keep it on green and see how everything goes into the Weight Watchers app and tracks. And I still love my Weight Watchers meeting and my Weight Watcher coach. I have a coach through Optavia. That's Kayla, my daughter. But, I really like the information and what I learned from Weight Watchers as far as all of the components of good health. So I'm going to continue with that. I'm not ending that membership at all. But this is just a new little trial that James and I are going to commit to for at least 30 days as soon as our Optavia food arrives, and I'll be showing you those kind of things. So anyway, this is my healthy journey continuation, and I'm really going to try hard now that I'm settled to get at least one of these videos out again every week, because I do enjoy doing them, and it keeps me on track too, because I feel like, well, I know my dad and Judy, they watch these every week, and I know they're going, shit, did Jenny quit? What is she doing? She hadn't given us any videos. So they're probably going to be happy to see this one. I'm back. Okay, Dad? I'm back. I'm doing this. I'm still trying. I'm not giving up by any means. I'll give up on weight loss when I'm dead. I'm not going to give up now. And James, he's a good sport. We'll see how he handles needing to eat more vegetables and drinking water, because just like Weight Watchers, Optavia really wants you to drink 64 ounces a day, which is what I do. I don't have any trouble with that, but James doesn't. He doesn't drink hardly any water, and so he's going to try hard to get one in every time he eats one of these fuelings. So we'll see how that goes for him. I wanted him to take before and after pictures, and he said, heck no, he wasn't doing that. I'm going to put on my black pants and black shirt or whatever and do some before pictures so that I could see how this goes and if I can see a progression of weight loss. I should have done that before I started Weight Watchers back in November. I could probably just pull out some pictures from the past, and they look great. Not. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'll talk to you guys next week. I will put another video together. Bye.